million billionaire that goes, hey, we need billionaires, we need millionaires, we need, the poor people for all this structure to stay in place. And I'm just like, no.
He's like
Has
talking
anybody
about
watched Star Trek? Has anybody,
during COVID, they were like, oh, people got used to being unemployed, and all the builders don't want to do things anymore. They just want to sit around and get paid to do nothing. It's just like,
crazy?
what planet do you actually live on? But I digress because we're getting way off topic.
We can follow that path, but it's got nothing to do with the show.
Yeah. We just needed to vent a little bit before we dive.
Oh God, this is just a little bit of steam off the top. That was.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 73 of Read This Way. We've got so much, well, maybe not a great deal of news.
But there's just a lot to talk about.
Super big news. Oh my God, so much good
exciting.
shit.
So exciting.
We've got some announcements of animes, adaptations, some drama going on in the anime production pipeline with Studio Mappa. Still continuing. There was a couple other things. We'll get into that. I can't remember if there's anything else.
We'll work it out.
Yeah. You know what's wrong? There we go.
Oh God, is that what it was? I was just feeling so off. I was wondering. I'm like, is it quiet or is it what's going on? There we go. We're back on our normal sides again. Now I feel normal.
I just want to dive straight into it. So we'll run the intro, talk about our sponsor, which is just us again, and jump straight into the news because we got some tasty morsels.
Yeah, I really don't know why I was being a wiggle then. I was just like...
No, it was pretty well timed, actually.
I was hoping that you'd... Otherwise, I would have looked like an idiot. I was relying on when you were going to hit that button.
Yeah, I felt like we were pretty in tune.
Yeah, good. Right, sponsor.
Us. Yeah, I was too busy enjoying the funky beats to actually get it ready. Oh, yeah. There it is.
Righto.
So we are actually in the final 26 hours of the campaign. We have made our budget and we have hit our first stretch goal. If you are still sitting on the fence, you only have, what was it, just over a day. I forgot how many hours were in a day for a moment there. Everything, time is, we're not, actually, there we go.
26 hours, a little over a day.
I forgot, I thought I was presenting. I didn't have it up.
Oh.
It's usually not an issue for me. Dick joke in the first 5 minutes.
Nice.
I'm going to try and work that in as a thing from now on.
Yeah, it's just going to be our MO from here on out.
A low-key dick joke in the first 5 minutes of the episode. Anyway, we're trying to get as much funding to get us to our next stretch goal, which I believe is... this is currently what you're getting. You're getting an additional 5 free comics.
Including your comic and my comic.
Yes. With your whatever pledge you actually do for the Lady of the Swamp. Where's the stretch goal part? It's down here.
We are super excited about the stretch goal that has just been unlocked, though.
Oh, yes.
Dang, there's a little button on the left there that says stretch goals. You can go ahead and tap that.
Oh, true. Well, we'll go through the rewards real quick, just if people haven't seen, if they've missed out the last couple episodes. We've got digital edition, standard edition, which comes with a digital copy, variant covers, a retail bundle, the enamel pin that glows in the dark. I'm super excited to see these.
Yeah, I'm totally getting one of those.
Digital bundle, a foil variant cover.
I'm getting one of those too.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same as what I've got.
Yeah.
You can get the bundle of the variant covers, the halftone bundle, sketch rewards, cover art.
I feel like we missed the opportunity to call it sketchy rewards.
Oh, damn. Maybe next time.
Get yourself drawn in. I draw a pretty picture of you in the comic.
And then the big one, design your own cover. You can add on any of these add-ons.
Add-ons.
Oh, it's only a small. Oh, hang on.
It is only a small image.
I think it's in the updates.
Yeah. Oh, that's there.
It's better.
Yeah.
We've got the starts with S, doesn't it? I've forgotten the movie.
Oh, yeah. No, god damn.
Oh, Frighteners?
No, it's not Frighteners. Scanners. Sorry.
Scanners. Oh, I did start with S.
I don't know how I forgot that. So it's inspired by Scanners,
Yeah.
poster, which is one of the most iconic horror film posters of all time. In this long format, so it's a special long format, which is like 3 A4 pages downwards.
Ooh.
Folded up. So it's quite a large print, and dang, it looks good.
I'm
really
excited.
Doing that.
I'm really excited to see the physical, like the tangible version.
I want to see
like
that.
As nice as it is on like my phone on that OLED display, is gonna look mighty tasty hanging up.
That's right. That's right. And that is now going. That's going to all physical rewards now? Yeah. So anybody who purchased a physical reward will get that poster included.
And
Scanners.
one that does of course, and anyone that does back digital rewards will get a digital copy of it as well. Which means there's nothing stopping you going to office work.
Yeah, there is. Me. I will physically come down there and stop you.
He won't. He can't. He can't stop all of you. Not all at once.
That's right. Only one at a time. So if you all go at the same time, I can't stop you.
Roll the dice, baby. So jumping into some newsy news, we'll start off with the lighter stuff. Jujutsu Kaisen's going to be on break next week. So this week of Jump is Jump issue number 1, even though we're not even in December of 20. Like, I don't understand why. Like, maybe it's to do with like financial year or when they launched the magazine. It feels weird to launch the 2024 magazine at November 2023. That's where my head's at. It just I keep breaking every time I.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how they do it, and I don't understand why they do it that way.
And I said last year around this time that when we flicked over, it was going to make a little bit more sense to me and I'd be able to keep on top of it. I couldn't keep on top of it. I'd always forget what bloody issue we were up to.
I don't even think about it. I just read, man. I don't care whether... Too early in the show for that. Next.
No, you can't come on.
Oh, but bots. We love bots.
You stop that.
Come on, all you bots. Come and join the conversation. AI so good, right?
So we got One Piece getting a cover and lead color page next week. I think that's it for the year. is our next week's batch, and then
Because, he just
they're
needs
on
to add
break,
that to his schedule as well.
I think. Ruri Senke? What is that one? I don't know what that is.
Rui Sinki? That looks
Yeah.
kind of cool.
I wonder if that's another new one that we're going to get soon.
I hope so. There's more and more good stuff starting to show up.
Yeah, I wonder if this one's coming next week.
I think with the addition of the subscription for Manga Plus, I think they're going to start pushing more stuff out now. And we'll start getting more content. You need it. You want it. You want more.
I know. Nisekoi Bunker volumes 13 and 14.
That's not still going, is it?
No.
I was about to say, God.
No, I think this is the end. Like, I think it's finally being printed. Like, I think it's ended earlier this year.
Okay. Oh, yeah, set 10 years after the main story.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I kind of like it when they do a wrap up like that. Like 10 years later.
Yeah.
It's really nice. And
it's like
I remember,
yeah.
I remember, who's it? 100% Strawberry. Ichigo 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's an old comedy romance, coming of age sort of story, but it had one of the best endings in a series that I came across. And I
know I've watched it, but I can't remember.
Oh no, you got to read it. It's the reading is a lot better than the watching. I'll be honest.
Oh,
it's paced a lot better.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. It's like what,
and it's
early 2000s anime.
Yeah.
Their adaptations were pretty hit and miss.
Yeah, hit and miss is probably right because they had so much good stuff.
Yeah,
and then
it was like
they dropped the ball a few times.
There was nothing in the middle. It was either great or shite.
Absolute shit.
I can never remember how to pronounce this one.
Magilumia. Magilumia. Because it's magic. Yeah. So they go with the J instead of the G.
So that's getting its anime adaptation 2024. In the same vein, a lot of announcements have been pretty broad with its release window of just next year sometime.
That's good. I like that.
I like that we get a year at least, and we're not really that far away, so it could be anywhere between the next 2-3 months to the next, I don't know, 15.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, somewhere. As long as they're taking their sweet time and they're not destroying their stuff in the process.
Absolutely.
I'm actually a little bit excited about this series because I've tried to read it a few times. I like the idea of it, and the story seems to be nice. I just can't read that day-to-day life stuff in a manga without some sort of like really wacky quirkiness to it. And this doesn't have that. It's just pretty standard sort of office life environment. But I think the comedy will hit a little bit better as an anime.
I'm excited to check it out. Along with like Mission Yozakura Family. Like I feel like they're gonna hit a lot better in the animated medium.
Yozakura is gonna go off. I think it'll be one of those big hits.
Sure.
It'll go off like Spike's Family, I reckon.
This will be fun to watch as well, actually. 'Tis Time for Torture.
Yeah.
We actually have a definitive date, so this will be January 8th.
That's not far away.
Pretty close, yeah. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Damn. I need to get up my little search engine here.
Not sure what studio is going to be doing it.
Yeah, I was just actually hitting that while you were looking at that, just to find out.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no! Don't do it. We'll get banned.
I know. I'm going to skip ahead. God, that was loud. Apologies.
No, that's all right. You keep going.
All right.
I will
Well,
finally,
our next bit of news is going to tie up. Like, we're going to deep dive into it a little bit. But Dan to Dan by Tatsu Yukinobu has reached 3.2 million copies in circulation with 12 volumes.
That's right. All you people out there who haven't heard about it, who don't understand it, or kind of hate on it, it's popular. People love it.
And it has recently just been announced that it will be getting a anime adaptation. And my God, I am so hyped. It looks so good.
I
And
I can't express how excited about this I am.
The staff, like the animation studio that's that's behind it, absolutely incredible.
It's a really unusual studio though, right? Because I feel like it's just a bunch of veterans hanging out.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. You look at the roster of who works at Saru, and it's wacky. People new in the industry, but so many veterans that are involved are there, and of course we saw them with the recent adaptation of
Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
and they did such a fun job with that.
Oh, it looked like the comic book come to life, and it was such an interesting. We'll talk about that later too, because we didn't get a chance to fully dive into that, and I had a lot of fun. Have you finished watching it yet?
I sure have.
Oh, awesome! Sweet, awesome! I'm so excited.
So we'll get onto it, and we'll have a chat about it a little bit later on. But it's definitely a testament to what this company is capable of, and the fact that I feel like they're really relaxed. I don't know what it is, but all the stuff they produce is like really relaxed animation wise, and I'm just super excited because a lot of the shots from that little sequence that they've released action shots that have that amazing Dan to Dan angle and expression in movement.
Yeah.
Sorry to anybody who can hear the weird noise that's going on.
Yeah, we can hear it now.
There's a storm. There's a storm running through, and it's shaking my poor little shed to hell.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Yep. It's the panels are actually going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting pretty noisy out there. We've had some flooding and some stuff happen. But you look at that. That is just gorgeous. And when you see that in motion, the expression of movement is just you. I love it so much. And there's Granny. Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Yeah.
And it's going to hit in the weirdest way. This is going to be one of those series that absolutely divides people. Because so many people are going to love it and so many people are going to hate it because they just don't get it. Yeah, don't worry. It's all good. It's just a storm. We're used to it.
You have your life jacket on? Your little floaty underwear? Make sure you don't float away, my dude.
Wait, my beers float, right?
I mean, yeah, you just got to drink more so that they're more buoyant.
That's right. There's plenty here that'll keep you buoyant.
Yeah. So they did the Tatami Time Machine Blues, Japan Sinks. There's quite a few that I actually haven't heard of. Ride Your Wave.
They've also done a bit of sort of indie style stuff. They seem to just stick to stuff that they want to do, and I feel like that they've approached.
They did Ping Pong the
Shueisha.
animation for starters.
Yeah, and that thing is just. Have you watched it from start to finish?
No, it's been a long time.
Oh my god, it is gorgeous! Like it is some of the most
I have
groundbreakingly
snapshots.
beautiful animation out there. It is just amazing to watch the motion on that thing. To the point where it almost makes me motion sick on some levels because it's so smooth. And we've got to understand that this was done before they started really pushing all the visual graphic work out there on a digital scale. And this was all hand drawn. Ping Pong was handmade, and you can tell. It is really, really gorgeous. In cooperation with Tatsunoko Production. Tatsunoko, if you don't know, are the guys who did G-Force.
You're telling the story, my dude.
G-Force, you probably don't know G-Force because it was a little bit before your time.
Is that movie with the hamsters?
You see? You see? It was just another one of those really early sort of, I want to say late 70s, early 80s kind of anime series that was absolutely butchered when it got transported to English-speaking environments.
Jeez, G-Force.
Anime at the end. You know it when you see it.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, Battle of the Planets.
I was really hoping that it, like, just putting animation, it was still going to come up with it.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a rabbit hole. Sorry, that was completely different. Tatsunoko have done a lot of great stuff over the years. They also have a fantastic fighting game series that has all those characters in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They did a Capcom versus Tatsunoko.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I think I was actually working at EB Games when that
when they
dropped.
That was kind of fun. A lot of fun, actually. It was a really good
That's
game.
going back a bit.
Yeah. Well, that's me. That's what I do. Sorry, I got distracted.
That's all right. I wanted to quickly talk about some of the. So, not only have they they've done their own series, but they've also done like partnered work. So they did episode 9 and 16 on Space Dandy. They've done a few episodes like here and there across a bunch of different series.
I don't know if you've seen any of the Garo stuff. That is really, really visually stunning work.
Oh, I have
really beautiful. Primary studio was MAPPA. So they've worked with MAPPA, worked directly with Go Nagai, and Bones in there as well. And I can almost guarantee you that everybody that's in this studio has been involved with these other studios at some point.
Yeah. Well, hang on, I've lost the tab. Some of the staff that we have on this, it's not actually translated for me. That's fantastic.
That's right.
The audio director, I guess, would be the title. I'm not really sure. Composer. Tell me if I'm getting close.
The VA director.
The guy that does the music.
The music guy.
Yeah, the music guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a technical term for it.
I'm sure there is.
He did music on Ping Pong the animation. He did the soundtrack for Space Dandy, which is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. It is so funky. He worked on Chainsaw Man. He's worked on a bunch of different stuff that has phenomenal sound design. And just off the trailer alone, I'm super excited. So yes, you did see Space Dandy in that list.
One of the best animated
so
series.
excited.
Yeah.
And just in the last few years, they did Japan Sinks, Star Wars Visions. They did. Hang on, I just saw one. Where did it go?
Man, they've actually
Oh, I
been a
thought
busy bunch.
I read that as Helk. That
No,
whoops.
no, they didn't do Hulk.
No, I thought they did. I'm like, what?
At Tatami, Time Machine Blues that is beautiful.
I just
Absolutely
haven't gotten
beautiful.
around to watching that yet, actually.
Don't even need to put audio on, just watch it.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
So to say
they
that
did Yuri Deco.
to say that we're a little bit excited is a bit of an understatement because it's based on one of our favorite series and probably being produced by one of the best studios that takes their sweet time on things around.
While it is the director's first soiree
Well,
at
this is the
being,
thing that, yeah.
I honestly don't have any concerns.
Not overly, because he's done like assistant directing work. He's worked in the field. It's not like he hasn't done this sort of stuff before. It had me a little bit worried when I first saw the trailer and I dropped in to check the names out and see where people have come from. To see that the director, it's basically his first show run, essentially.
Yeah, first solo.
First solo
which is
show
so
run
cool.
is got me a little bit worried. But then when I started seeing all these veteran names drop in as I went further down the list, I'm just like, okay, it's in good hands. He knows what he's doing. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be real good.
Just trying to bring up because I have seen a list. Must be on. Here we go. Mal.
A list.
Do they have? Because there's here we go. Some of the staff that because there's already been 5 people working on it. The script writer has worked on Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, Mob Psycho 100, Kill la Kill, Darling in the Franxx, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
So this guy's come from
Vinland Saga, Chainsaw Man. Like, it's going to be amazing.
So he's worked with Mappa, Trigger, and who's the Evangelion guys again? Gynax. He's worked with Gynax as well. So this guy's been at it for a while. So he knows what he's doing. The character designer, because you said that the art wasn't quite what you were expecting.
Yeah,
right?
it threw me. But after seeing it in motion,
can understand why. Yeah. So the character designer that's done the work for it worked on he worked on what was it again? Oh, there was a huge list. He's been at it once again. He's a veteran. He's been at it for a really long time.
That's right, homie. I've got you.
You bring it up.
Got
you bring it up.
Psychopass, Dororo, Banana Fish, Ergo Proxy, Inuyashiki. I almost said Inuyasha. Gantz. Wow, that's going back.
Yeah, he's
School Rumble. Wolf's Rain, holy shit.
Yeah, he's going way back. So, like I said, just another veteran.
He's been working since the 80s, actually. And he did Punchline. Oh, that's one of my underappreciated favorites.
I have tried that anime like 6 times because it's beautiful to watch.
And it has such a funky
whack story though.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a tight little time travel, weird, wacky show. Oh, I love it so much.
Yeah, it is beautiful to watch, no doubt about it.
It is wacky as shit though.
Yeah.
So
The fact is that we are in good hands. We are in good veteran hands for a
and I
show that
mean,
we love. And as much as we love what they did with Chainsaw Man and Hell's Paradise and all that sort of stuff, Mappa are a big studio. And I
we'll
feel like
talk
a
about
big
them in a minute.
studio, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. But I feel like a big studio would not have handled Dan to Dan with the amount of care that I think Suro is
Yeah.
going to handle it. So, this is a really good outcome. It was either
Ooh.
this or Bones, but I think if they
So, as the assistant director, he's worked on Devilman Crybaby, Hike Monogatari, Yojuhan Time Machine Blues,
Yep.
and what's that one?
And we all know that the
Oh, and
assistant director
Keep Your
on that
Hands
doesn't
Off
work.
Izuken. It was this one
This one,
came out
I can see it.
2022.
Show me. Put it up. There we go. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Oh, I like the
Yeah, I never got
design on
a.
that.
It's really cool, but I saw like trailers for it, but I never got around to watching it. Yeah, Trossi, he's got heaps of like support around him as well. Like I feel like even he is like he's got this regardless of the team around him.
Yeah. Yeah, even if
But
he's like, oh, I'm
yeah,
not sure about this decision, he's got like 82 people to talk to fight, get the right decision out of what he needs to do. So
yeah.
I think we're on a win on this one.
Oh, I'm so
Uh,
excited, man.
all I need now is Bones to announce that they're doing Sakamoto, and I'll be happy.
Ooh, that'd be
Yeah,
so
that
cool.
that would be they. I feel like they're the only studio that could handle that.
And I mean, it's got to be soon, right? It's primed.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody wants it. It's just I don't know if anybody's willing to take it on because it's gotten really popular, and it's such a comedy series. And this is the other thing is I think Dan to Dan has only just been taken on now because the studio feels like it can handle the beats and the pacing and the dynamic expression that's required for this particular series, whereas most of the other
I
standard companies probably couldn't.
want to pick your brain
Pick it
about
away.
it.
Yeah.
In your opinion, do you think this is going to be a 12 or a 24 episode series?
For a season, 12.
Even if it like even also the new I guess industry standard that they're doing where they're doing the split season across the year,
Yeah.
that's also an option.
Yeah.
What do you reckon they would be covering? Like, where do you reckon they'll get up to if they do 12?
I think they'll push the story pretty quick. I think we will see the first tank we'll see within the first 2 episodes. I think they'll push it that quick. The other thing is it's such a fast-paced series.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've gone back and reread the start, but it moves really, really quickly. And when you're reading the tanks, you don't know without putting the breaks in there. If they didn't put the page breaks in the middle with the covers and and all that sort of stuff, if they didn't put that in there, it would just feel like one long chapter because it would flow so well.
Yeah.
And I think the content is not complex. They're not trying to explain a lot. They're not trying to, do a lot of talking. Dan to Dan's a lot of visual gag. As much as it is verbal gag. And the verbal gags are sort of like they're one-liners, man. They're quips. They're quick and they're easy. So I feel like it's actually going to be paced really quickly.
Yeah.
And I would not be surprised if I saw the first 6 tanks in the first 12 episodes.
Where's that up to roughly?
Where's that put us? Man, don't do that. I don't know.
All right.
What are we on? We're on chapter 130. I don't know.
They could push like 100 chapters into a season.
Oh,
Whether or not they do
no,
push
look,
it
I
out
don't
to
think they
like the
could.
24.
I don't think they could. I think they could.
In
They
24
could
episodes, they could.
100 chaps. No, it's too much. A
You
lot
just
happens.
said
A
you said
lot.
how
I know it
fast it
moves
is.
fast, but you got to remember you've got moments like where it slows down a little bit for like the Evil Eye arc. That's a season.
No, you could
It's at
get that done
least
in 6 episodes.
well, it's at least half
Max.
a season
Yeah.
in there. So it's you each character's got like half a season to them.
Yeah.
So if we take that into account to get our first 4 characters, we're 2 seasons down.
Actually, wrapping up at the Evil Eye would be a pretty good benchmark, I reckon.
I think wrapping up just before the Evil Eye would be a good.
I don't remember how much happens before the Evil Eye, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot happened. So the
It's been a hot minute.
it has because they got to defeat Turbo Granny.
Yeah.
Wasn't
there a giant crab or something as well?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
part
in
of
the
the
Turbo
Turbo
Granny
Granny?
arc.
Yeah.
Because that Turbo Granny arc actually goes for quite a few issues. And then you've got Hair Girl in there as well.
Because she's just a pretty girl.
That's right. And her arc's actually not short. It's got a bit of meat to it.
Was that when we were introduced to Mantis and they had the Nessie fight?
Well, you see, that's
well?
where it would end after the Mantis arc, just before the Evil Eye arc. So you would probably end the series with the introduction of the anatomy guys at the school. That's where I'd end it. I'd end it on that note.
I thought that was after the Evil Eye. Oh man, it's all kind of a blur.
No, because they use him to contain the Evil Eye. You remember?
No.
You need to go back and read, my man, because it is nuts. It's really good. You're not buying the chapters? You should be buying the chapters.
I've only got I think the first 2 volumes at the moment. And I've only read the first. I haven't actually gone back and read the second volume again.
Gotta read it again. Read it again. It's so good. And it's great fun chatting with people about it as well. But my son consumed that in like 2 weeks. He caught right up to like the 130 chapter mark in like a 2-week span. Because he enjoyed it so much. It took me 2 months to get him to read it.
Yeah.
But once I did, he didn't put it down. So it's like a testament.
Quickly show off some covers. We got some. These are the Jump Square December covers. So actually, we're not getting those. I thought it was the Jump Plus covers. This is just depressing.
Yeah, we don't want the stuff we can't see. That looks cool.
That does look cool. And there's 20 volumes of it.
God damn it.
Like, surely there is ways to get your hands on them. But
we know there's ways, but we shouldn't, but we do because they don't give us any other choice. Phantom Busters. That looks fun.
Yeah, that looks cool. I saw Goku Raku Guy, and that's why I thought this was like Jump Plus stuff that we were able to get.
Oh, okay.
But so I've obviously.
I wonder how that's been traveling in the sales sense and the popularity sense.
Goku Raku Guy. I've heard that it's doing all right. So
yeah,
hopefully. I said Gil Volume 2's cover.
Yeah.
Did you retry Volume 2's cover?
Blast from the past, hey.
Dark Gathering. Okay.
Absent from the upcoming SQ. So is someone else taking a break?
Yeah, Dark Gathering.
Ensures that the author can write in good health.
Good.
So, okay, that's a concern as per usual. Oh, look, it's the manga that you didn't read.
I know. I was about to say, what were your thoughts on Greens? Because you sell it to me because I do not give a shit right now.
So it's kind of not what I was expecting. I was expecting like a hardline golfing, some dude obsessed with golfing kind of environment. It's more
slice of life.
It is slice of life.
Yeah.
And when I texted you, I said it's got Blue Period vibes. Now I don't know if you've watched Blue Period or read it or anything.
I think I watched an episode. It was very chill. I enjoyed what I watched.
Yeah. So Blue Period was hit actually really close to me because it was about art and being an artist and understanding what being an artist is. It actually portrayed it probably in the best way I've seen in anime, full stop. So it's got this similar vibe where you have an MC that doesn't actually have any interests. They're super popular. They hang out with all the kids that have interests and ideas and direction, but they themselves just reflect and bounce off others. So they don't actually have a personality. Their personality is everyone else.
Yeah.
So they can tell you a great story about their best friend over there, or they can tell you a story about the person who got, picked up over there. They can do that, but they can't tell you about themselves because they don't have any direction.
Yeah.
So you have a character that's basically a clean slate. And he gets goaded into trying golf by a girl. The girl is like a...
is it normal golf? Is this just stylized?
Yeah, it is stylized. No, they don't play some sort of flying golf.
I was almost
cool as that would be. So he gets goaded into trying golf because he's always going on about surmounting people's talent into a figure value. This person, every time they throw a punch in boxing, it's worth $27,000 or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how he does things. He calculates people's worth.
Does he?
Essentially, and he doesn't realize he has that flavor. It's accidental. He just does it because it's the only way he can sort of value, amount the value that they have. And then he's talking to the girl, and the girl's like, "I hate you. You're a piece of shit. You don't have any personality. You just, leech off all these people that are working hard around you, and you don't do anything." She literally grinds him into the ground. So he just talked about how, golf's a sport where you can make a lot of money. Tiger Woods clubs sold for like $27,000 a club and stuff like that. And she's like, "You don't understand. That's not why the golf clubs sold for that amount. It's not because they were owned by Tiger Woods. It's because Tiger Woods used those clubs to the point where they couldn't be used anymore." Those clubs were a representation of his hard work over the years.
Yeah.
And something in his head sort of clicks, and his brother and sister come in and are like jumping all over him. They're like, "Tell us a story." And because he'd come home and he'd tell stories about how his friends did this and how they're being scouted for that and what video games they're making and all that sort of stuff. And then it just sort of clicks in his head. He's just like, "Shit, I don't have anything. I got nothing. There's nothing here. I'm empty. What am I doing?" He's like, "Well, maybe I should try something." So he goes back to the driving range where the girl chewed him out and started hitting the ball, trying to hit the ball, because he's not some, instant super talent. He doesn't drop in there and suddenly
that's
he's
actually
the best
cool.
at it,
I like
which
that.
I really loved about it, because I was waiting for it. She's like, here's the club, you try hitting the ball. And the first time he tries it, he swings, 8 times in a row and completely misses the ball.
Swing and a miss.
And then he spends like 2 hours at this driving range trying to hit the ball, and finally hits it. And it's just like a dribble. And she's like, what, you're fucking celebrating over hitting the ball, just like whiffing the ball? How about you try a little bit harder? So she basically just grinds the guy into the ground until he gives in and starts. And I think this is where it sort of takes up.
Like
it does.
Dom thing, like
No, maybe he might be into that. Who knows? Hey, Ollie. But my point is it's not like he's been just given this gift. Now,
yeah, he's still
at
gonna
the
work.
end of the chapter, without me spoiling too much, because there's not much to spoil, but at the end of the chapter, it's like, he hit the ball this far with this particular club by the end of it, and even though I drilled him about it, he actually did like a good job. He hit the ball a lot further than what she was expecting. So it's heading down the road of him being good at the sport, but not realizing he's good at the sport. But he still is required to do like a ton more work before he gets anywhere. So it's got that MMA kind of feel.
I was about to say,
where he's got like this innate hidden thing, but that thing can't be accessed without all the other work being involved.
Yeah, which is kind of where we're like at with MMA at the moment. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna. I mean, it's same as Akane, right? It's ebbing and flowing between them getting good at something, realizing that where the heights that they've just climbed to is just a new plateau, and that there's still more peaks above them that they're going to have to reach.
Yeah. And this is the crux of shonen, right?
Which
this
is
what shonen
it's interesting to see how many new series that are coming through that are focusing on sports and the arts.
Yeah, and I think this is because they just go through motions. Like this particular year, it's going to be all about sport. Next year, it's all going to be about something else, superheroes. Then the year after that, it'll be about exorcists, and then they do circle around. But it feels like that the genres tend to sort of stagger one after another.
I can't wait for an Akane anime adaptation. That'd be so cool.
When they do drop that, because it will happen,
I think it's going to hit so much harder in
the
anime format.
Yeah, the VAs are gonna have to be like top shelf. They won't be able to cheap out on that.
Both casts, because surely they'll have
both English and Japanese are going to have to be top shelf.
And like that is for it to work well, they're going to have to basically study up. Granted, a lot of like half of the work is going to be done for them, but they're still going to have to put on a convincing audio performance of the Rakugo. I feel like there's already going to be some VAs in the Japanese that are pretty much already pigeonholed for certain roles, like because they've already done the reading.
And look,
performance.
I have no doubt that the Japanese cast will be fine. They will get it. They will understand it. My concern is the English. I don't think the English really pulls through quite as dedicated as the Japanese. I don't know if you saw recently. There was a little video sequence from some VA work on Attack on Titan.
Yes. And, it was so cute. It was the wrap up, right?
No, this was from a little bit earlier. I saw the wrap up.
I think I've seen that as well.
Yeah,
was it the
that was
one where she's
gorgeous.
screaming and almost like passing out on the floor? Yeah.
Yeah, there's another guy that is on the floor screaming into the
Yeah, that's the one I was talking
microphone.
about.
Oh, so that must have been the same thing. So I saw another one that had
Hang on.
yeah. So or maybe it's
So
all one video and I've been
you
sequenced
no
wrong.
they're two separate videos.
Okay.
Yes. So there's the wrap up, and then I was saying that. Are you talking about the other one with the dude on the ground screaming?
Oh yeah, sorry. The dude
Yeah.
on the ground is the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Where
Cool.
you know he's putting basically his absolute essence into everything
Yeah.
that's going on the microphone, and he's projecting like literal pain
He's
into
there.
the microphone. That's the level of what we need, and I feel like the English speaking cast don't either don't know or understand how to do that.
Actually, something that I'm really interested in is seeing how they're going to differentiate the voice actor character from the Rakugo, because in the manga there's like that very clear divide that just because she's a fantastic voice actress doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to be good at Rakugo.
Yeah, exactly right.
Even though like she does study a whole bunch and she is good at Rakugo. So I'm really interested to see the nuances there. Especially also with her having the hidden accent. There's a lot of like audio around her character that I'm excited to see how they tackle.
Yeah. And I hope they just stick with the one VA that does like instead of doing possible like voiceovers or any other work involved. Though it would be interesting if they were to do a VA and then bring in a different VA for just the Rakugo. Just to accentuate the sensation of it being a different voice, different person, different performance to what they normally are. That would be
I
interesting.
wonder if they'll shift art styles to give a visual representation that they're telling the story, and then it's just going to be that voice actor doing all the voices, because that'd be cool. I
That'd
hope that's how
be
they do
great
it.
if they did like a little sequence of paintings and stuff
Yeah.
like that too. Yeah. But you know,
I,
when that happens, it happens. And if it just so happens that way, as we've just expressed, we will be sending emails to these people.
yeah, where's my red carpet?
Yeah, what's going on here?
I want
These are
initial
my ideas.
screenings. Kill Blue's got a color page.
There he
We've
is again.
got me and Rubico.
What is that?
I don't know, man. The hyperrealism is so uncanny. I don't like looking at it.
It's making me feel uncomfortable because I can see so many things wrong with it.
Oh, it's so. I don't like it.
This is a bit of fun. The
Creeps me
Chinese
the hell out.
traditional get up. It's very Ranma. This one.
Yeah.
How did you find the chapter?
Dude, so good.
It was so
I
much
read it
fun.
today.
You read it today, so it's nice and
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah,
but it was a really, really nice step back into that slice of life kind of feel.
Honestly, actually, no. As much as I did enjoy it, I was really confused as to who was talking, like narrating between him and the friend, because it kept switching.
Yes. I
Oh
had to
my
go
God.
backwards and forwards a few times to actually work out what was going on there. And I'm just
Drove me
like,
fucking insane.
who's talking now? Because it did get a little bit confusing from page to page. It was split between pages, so it wasn't like the different narrator took over on the same page.
Yeah.
It was the different narrator on the next page. But it was still a little bit confusing because the text box was the same shape and design, and it you know, and it flowed across, and I got a little bit confused. But my favorite part in this chapter was when the guy went to take her glasses off and he flipped his lid.
All right, buddy.
That's
You've
enough
crossed
of
the
that.
line. She's my bespectacled beauty.
Get out of here.
And so I think this will be next. We'll be getting it next week. So this is the cover of the Jump issue 1, which has got Green's Akane. I'm not sure what this is actually. Maybe that. I don't know. I can't read Japanese properly.
It says Walker. Does it say which Walker? Maybe I'm not reading that right.
Maybe it's Witch Watch.
Oh,
it's
maybe
definitely Witch Watch.
Okay.
That's the witch, but like her as a younger kid. Yeah.
Little baby witch. And One Piece, of course.
One Piece. So good. Another anime adaptation announcement. We've got Red Cat Ramen. Getting
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that actually was a little bit surprising. But at the same time, fun. I hope there are lots of really short sequences because the stories are pretty short.
Hope it's like
it'll be compact.
Like maybe 4
to an episode.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. I'd be down for that. It's a real goofy series.
I think.
Yeah.
No, there was one that wrapped up recently. It wasn't this, was it?
No, I think this is still running.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It's gonna annoy me. Chain Soldier TV anime broadcasting January 4th as well.
I don't know what that is, but it looks shiny.
It looks pretty cool.
That dude looks. That's a mad looking bit of armor. What?
Oh, is this the horny one? This might be the horny one.
Oh, I'm watching it.
Hang on. Let me do a quick search. The one that's like the slave. I know I'm not. Hang on.
The slave one. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds really bad. I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's the video that I sent you a little while ago that Giguk did. It is.
Plots gates to another dimension called Mato begin to opening across Japan, where monsters known as Shuki begin attacking the inhabitants of Earth. Inside these portals are a resource called a peach. Really?
It's all right. It gets better.
Which when consumed by women, give them supernatural powers. So they got
specifically only women. So there's initially society. There is initially a like big power dynamic shift. And the basically
from patriarch to matriarch, we shift.
Massive. It's going to be horny. This is basically going to be like High School DxD levels of horny.
So we're expecting this to run for a solid 6 seasons.
I am so shocked. I did not know this was getting an anime adaptation.
Well, there you go.
I've been meaning to give it a read because it just seems actually so ridiculous.
Really good. And as much as people hate on DxD, it's a pretty solid action series.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. You can't argue that.
It's the etchy action. Yeah. There's another few series that I can't remember that are pretty up there, notorious for it. I mean, High School of the Dead is pretty notorious for its fan service.
Yeah, I'm sure you just do a Google search for fan service, you'll find something.
Yeah.
But this is fun. Something
this
new.
Looks very, very well.
But the character design actually looks really good. So a lot of silver hair going on there. I wonder if that's the theme at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what the go is.
Silver hair guys versus silver hair girls.
We've got a new teaser visual for Oshinoko season 2.
Righto.
There's not really much.
I will be honest that I have not watched season 1, and I've got the first 2 chunks to read. I haven't read them yet. I was a little distracted by Kill the Kill. So I was reading
Kill the
that again.
Kill?
Yeah. The old one.
As in, like, the scissors?
No, not Kill the Kill, Kill the Kill, which you know as what's the
All You Need Is Kill?
Yeah, that's the how you.
Ah, dude, I love
Which
that
is the English.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rereading it. I'm halfway through it again, and I'm
Such a good
rereading
little.
it, and I'm just like, I haven't read this for like a solid 15 to 20 years.
No, it's not
yeah,
that
I-
old. Wait, are we talking about the manga?
Hmm.
The one that was illustrated by Death Note's author?
Yeah, that's another thing I didn't notice. So when I first
Right?
read it, I had no idea that he was the one who did that.
It is not that old, surely. Is this going to be one of those times where I'm like, it's like a kick in the nuts where I'm like, oh no, I'm old.
Yeah, you are. Get used to it.
Don't like it.
Huh.
Stop it.
That's so weird because you type in Kill the Kill and it just comes up Kill the Kill. Tell me, come on, you got it, right? How hard does it hit?
Oh, I don't.
2004.
What the fuck?
What did I say? 20 years, my friend.
No, it's 19. Eat a dick.
You see, you are old.
Time is not real.
Understand that you didn't read it when it first came out.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so
I read it
it is an older series, and
2015.
Does that mean
2012?
Does it predate Death Note? So did he do this before Death Note? Because I'll be honest, the art is not like, it's good, but it's not peak like he normally does.
Yeah. Death Note was 2006.
Yeah, so he did it before Death Note. So that's fascinating.
It's so good. It's one of my favorite. Well, it's considered a one-shot now, I guess, but
yeah, but it's long enough for a movie. Why is there not a movie of this? Don't.
Yes.
Don't.
Yes.
There isn't a movie of this.
Thank you, Logan.
To be a movie.
Yeah. Correct yourself.
Oh, I know. I know full well that there is not a movie of this manga. That was
the thing that shits me the much. They changed so much that it might as well have been a different movie. And honestly, not a bad action flick. But knowing the source material, they completely fucked it.
Well, this is the thing. I tried to watch it once and I couldn't because I knew the source material.
It took me 3 attempts.
Wow. And if everybody doesn't know what we're talking about, we're referring to Edge of Tomorrow.
Again,
which is actually heroic. People love it. People love the movie, and they think it's one of the best sci-fi action films of the past 15 years.
2010s, is it?
Yeah, but if you actually look at the source material and you read the manga, you'd be like, why did he not do this?
Not even remotely
do this, because it is spectacular as far as a time travel time loop sort of scenario goes. It is exceptional. Even though it was cancelled, it's still exceptional.
I know. It baffles me.
It's got a good ending though. Despite being cancelled, it's got a really good ending. And
weirdly, like it's left open-ended, but it feels so well executed.
Yeah. Like, I don't need any more. It was enough.
One Piece Egghead arc in the anime will be starting January 7th.
Do I need to watch this arc? I'm looking
Yeah,
at some of the
man.
character design, and I'm just like,
Look at
I
this
feel like
shit.
I need to watch this because it looks
It is.
so ridiculous.
It's sci-fi murder mystery.
Two things I
Um,
love.
let me. I'm hoping a picture of Vegapunk will actually be on here, so I can show you him.
So horny.
You're gonna love Vegapunk's design, bro. That's one of the Vegapunks.
So horny.
Ah, damn it.
You don't get it.
You don't, but I'm
You don't.
just gonna look away if you care. I don't. He's been relevant in the manga for like well over a year at this point.
Yeah, so if
So
you are an
if you
anime
care,
fanatic, just don't look for a second.
it's Einstein, bro.
Why? 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 When he does stuff like this, I feel like I know he's like, but it's a like an
He
ode
he
to the character.
he
What?
lopped off his head. He ate the brain fruit, and his brain got so big he lobbed it off, and created like satellites, and split his consciousness into 7 different people.
That sounds like a really bad idea.
It's so he could get more work done, more hands in the lab.
Okay.
Dude, could you imagine how
Yes.
much manga you could draw if you split yourself into 7 people?
If I had a
One's
brain big enough to do that, I probably wouldn't need to draw manga.
yeah, well, yeah, but you enjoy it. Shut up.
I do. I do enjoy drawing.
So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's One Piece. The visuals look
Sure it is.
so colorful.
Cool. You know,
Oh my god.
I care. I truly do.
I know. Shut up. Why don't we get this? This looks amazing.
Service Wars. We do.
We do?
We've
Oh,
got this.
how have I not
You
seen
haven't read
this?
it. You haven't read it.
I-
It's goofy as
I
hell.
love that.
And then when I say goofy, I'm like, take
His
all of the
hair's
goofy out of Marriage
Oh
Toxin.
my
So you
god.
take all the goofy out of Marriage Toxin and you put that into one person that's in the normal world. So this guy lives completely out of the structure of what regular reality is, and he does his own thing, whereas everybody else is just living a normal life. It's really, really mad. It's weird as hell. I've read about 10 chapters of it. I'm just like, it didn't. It's too gaggy for me. And I don't mean in the good sense. I mean in the like comedy sense.
Yeah. Oh, actually, speaking of, did you read the Jujutsu Kaisen chapters?
No.
Damn it!
I'm so far behind.
Oh yeah, I just wanted your opinion on the last 2 chapters.
Last time I read, there was a panda next to a guy who did freaking pachinko machines, and
you're
they were getting
surprisingly
out
not
of the
that far
water.
behind.
They're getting out of the water. I know, because his fucking fights, man, they last like 100 chapters, and I'm just over it. I really am. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's peak shonen action," and I'm just like, I really don't want to anymore. I'm a little bit more complex than that now, and I
I'm
understand if you're
old.
14 or 20 even. I get it. You love the hype, you love the action. That's great, but I want a little bit more depth. Sorry. I know you're still enjoying it.
Listen here, motherfucker. Oh, you actually are listening.
Yeah, I am.
No, so Tabata, the comedian that basically manifests his comedy routine
Yeah.
as his spirit technique, comes up against Kenjaku, the big bad that's been orchestrating the whole thing, and they basically the whole last 2 chapters turn into a
Comedy battle. Say comedy battle.
It's a comedy battle, dude.
Yes.
This is
Okay.
why I
Maybe
wanted
I'll
you
read
to
them.
check it out. Oh my
Maybe
god,
I'll
it
read them.
is so like left of field. It is so bizarre and the best time I've had with Jujutsu Kaisen in such a long time. Like he's
Yeah.
just cranked the goof up to 11. Um, yeah,
That I can
just
get behind.
it was dude, it was so much fun.
Let's face it, early Jujutsu was goofy.
So it
It
was
had a
like you
lot of
have
goof.
one of the most overpowered characters going up against Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
worked
And
so well.
I'll be honest, after that little mini Maki arc, I feel like after that something changed in the
Yeah,
way
he
he was
got
doing the.
exhausted.
Yeah, I know, but he
I
something
know what you
changed in
mean.
his story and his characters and
Yeah.
his angle. So he shifted from that really goofy start part to a much more serious system,
Yeah.
but it looks like he's starting to relax more again and he's shifting back into that sort of goofy fun side of
Yeah.
things.
It's almost like he goes through ebbs and flows where he does so much setup and so much explaining and fights and then settles into the arc in like the last third and then it all just
Yeah,
kind of flows really well.
yeah, that's right.
I feel like it's like most of them better consumed in like when it's finished from start to finish, but
Hmm.
the weekly
Yeah,
experience is
it's
different.
going to flow a lot better from a start to finish. If you're reading it from tongue to tongue, it's going to be a yeah. Sorry.
Good god, man. You about to like lift up? It sounds like
Calm
your
down.
shed's coming onto you.
Coming on me.
Ooh.
Ah. Anyway.
Sploosh.
Am I impregnated now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm happy that he's steering back into the goof again, and I may very well just pick up a few chapters and give it a read and see where it's at. But I feel like at this point, have we covered all the covers? We've covered all the covers.
Nah, I've got some more for you.
Let's zoom through.
We got
Okay.
Chainsaw. We'll go
Chainsaw.
rapid fire. So we got Chainsaw
Yeah.
Man.
Dude,
Ayakashi Triangle. Why didn't that work?
Still
There we
going.
go.
Even though the anime's started.
World's End Harem. My brain always wants to put the
Yeah.
S on end, not worlds, and it drives me insane. And Dan to Dan Volume 12 cover.
Oh yeah.
Mwah. Love me some
So
sexy
good.
granny.
Can't go wrong.
We've got Hokkaido Girls are super adorable. Kaiju number 8.
Did you read any of that? No, okay.
No, I didn't. But it's
Read a couple of
also
chapters.
volume 12.
It is adorable. It's fun, cute stuff. God damn it! Give us another chapter, Kaiju. Stop giving me goddamn covers. He loves to do his damn cover work, doesn't he?
We got Marriage Toxin Volume 7. We've got Red Cat Ramen Volume 6. Hearts Program. I don't actually know. Do we get this one?
I don't know what that is.
It doesn't look familiar.
No.
Although I haven't seen Service Wars either, so maybe I need to look better at Jump Plus.
Clearly, you're glossing over the surface.
Yeah. And Chieti's love is 8 meters tall.
Okay.
That's pretty tall.
I feel like he's got the wrong expression on his face.
I don't know if we get this one either, but I need to do some research. We got Demon Lord Exchange, the Soul Spewing Wielder, History Mentalist. That kind of looks like March comes in like a lion.
That looks like your kind of thing.
Kind of does, doesn't it?
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. This looks cool.
That looks like it's drawn by crayon. What is that?
I don't even know how to pronounce that. Diaspora.
Diaspora. Yeah,
That hurts.
who knows?
That hurts. Shoujo no. I haven't been keeping up with Shoujo no.
I've been lazy with it because I keep coming back to it, and I'll read a few pages, and I'm like, oh, nothing. I feel like nothing's happened. I'll come back to it later.
The last chapter I read, she was being, she gets kidnapped, and then breaks free from being kidnapped, and then gets ejected out of the car on the way to the black market.
Oh, you're there. Yeah, the black market part is actually, it's not too bad. It's not a bad read, that area.
I just kind of, like you said, it felt like nothing was really
happening.
And
I feel like this is going to be one of those series that's going to, if it does, I feel like it will shoot off really well in an anime format, as opposed to a manga. The story suits that kind of vibe. That
letting it kind of bank up a little bit, hoping
definitely.
Yeah.
So people need to keep buying it so we can see an anime version of it.
And finally, Suruko returns the favor.
What favor is that?
I don't know, but I think your shed has its opinion about the favor.
As we all do. Scott Pilgrim.
I think that's about it for like
I want to talk about Scott Pilgrim, man.
Yeah. It was Vibration Man that was ending. That was the one.
I got enough vibration for my shed. I don't need Vibration Man too. Yeah. Yes, that was ending.
I think that was the last bit of news that I was trying to remember. Because it was actually last week after the show that it dropped that it was wrapping up.
Yeah.
I remember Thursday night I was like, oh, always happens. Like
there's always something. Something. And before we go any further, I just want to say shirt is so fucking cool.
Thanks, man. Do you like it?
Good. Yeah, I love it.
It's got a whole bunch of like spooky shit.
Yeah. Nice. It's very spooky.
Yeah. I liked this one. There was another one there that was like a bit Christmassy, but why is everything Christmas themed inherently just butt ugly? Like, why is it actively designed to be the most hideous shit?
I think it's intentional. I
know it is. I don't understand why though. Who got together and was all like, "Hey, those Christmas sweaters that our nans make, how about we actively design the most hideous, fucking ugly Christmas sweaters, and that's the marketing point that we're going off." It's ironic.
This is irony culture going on.
Yeah,
is what's happening here.
It's so weird.
Is that culture where something becomes so, you say something ironically, it eventually becomes a part of who you are.
Yeah.
It's like you say something because, it's not what that is. It's sarcastic, it's funny, it's stupid, you're making fun of someone, and then suddenly you're also saying it. And it becomes less,
we'll be trying to explain the meme to like our grandkids.
Oh God! If you need to explain something, you just stop. They don't get it. You just look at them blankly. And you're just like, fine, next thing.
Just went on a massive tangent. So the Christmas shirt was literally just red with kittens wearing Santa hats. It was the laziest graphic design shirt I have ever fucking seen.
Intentionally.
I know.
Like they've just bought some clip art. Not even bought it. They've just stolen it from Google.
It's got the stock images. It's got the watermark on it still.
And they probably just painted like a MS Paint hat on top of it. I'm doing that.
Anyway, Scott Pilgrim, man.
Scott Pilgrim.
So it's been out for a bit now. Oh yeah, that's right. We did say we were going to come back to it this week. to give you guys some time to consume it.
Digest.
So if you are wanting to avoid spoilers, we'll talk a little bit about it.
Stop now. I want to talk all about the spoilers. No.
All right.
We'll do that a little bit later.
Well, okay. First of all,
where do you want to start?
I thought going into this that this was going to be a straight adaptation of the comic book.
Same here.
It is for the first 10 minutes.
This is the fascinating thing about the series is as soon as it started up, it's like it was Scott Pilgrim, and then it had a different title because it's not versus the world.
No, it's takes off.
Takes off. So
as in like he takes off.
They just changed the title of the show just to spice it up a little and
differentiate it.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
I'm just like watching. I'm like, yep, this is pretty spot on until it comes to that first battle, and then I'm just
Matt
like,
Patel fight.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
And I'm sitting here like, because I haven't read the comics, so I'm sitting here being like, is this how the comic goes? I'm like,
I did the exact same thing.
They took some real fucking liberties in the movie. And it took me another full episode, like episode 3 beginning. I'm like, nah, this is its own thing. This has got to be its own thing.
It's not just that, but by episode 3, you work out it's not just its own thing, but it's including the movie. So it's a whole separate thing again from all the other things that have happened.
It's like there's 3 timelines to the Scott Pilgrim, and it's each different medium that you consume it. And this series kind of retroactively changes your experience to the other 2. But also, if this is your first time viewing Scott Pilgrim, it only enriches the other 2 properties. It's genius and also really fucking ballsy, because they did not market that. Like, they knew what they were fucking doing, and they still went ahead and did this anyway.
And this is why, at the moment, I am like a huge fan of Netflix. So a lot of people bag them out, and they've done some real shit over the past few years, no doubt about it. But their endorsement of the freedom of creativity they've given to people in this situation, such as animation and just creation of new titles and variants of titles.
Might we just remind you, is going to be the same studio that's handling Dandadan.
That's right. They give them the freedom to do this stuff and then the platform to release it on. So I feel like they've been doing a very, very good job on grabbing material and then just letting it stew. This will this will eventually become a thing, and then they release the thing. So I think,
and then if it doesn't immediately succeed, then it gets shit canned.
Well, it's yes and no. I mean, things like Final Space, they gave it 3 seasons. It didn't take off the way they wanted.
How didn't it take? How much better? It was so good.
It is one of the most beautiful series that has been on that platform, and it's about to leave as well, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. They're releasing it into the world, so I don't know what they're doing with it. I wish I could buy a physical version of it, but
so I wonder what that means.
Available. Yeah, I'm curious to know what that means. I wonder if they're giving up the rights and handing it back to the creator, or
is it just going to be gone?
Distributor. So maybe one of the other services
are they going to hold on to it? Like, is it going to be in like a nether world for like 20 years?
No, I don't know because I think a lot of these services like to release stuff and give other services an opportunity to pick it up. So if this was the case, if Final Space for them was finished, but another service went, oh, we're going to pick this up. It's actually pretty popular. We want to do another season to to finish it off. That is a possibility. So Amazon might pick it up and go,
Yeah.
oh, we want to do a final season of that. It's happened with a few things over the
Yeah.
years. It's rare, but it does happen, and it would be nice with that particular series. I'd like a proper ending with it.
Yeah, it was a bit
Uh,
bittersweet.
yeah, yeah, just a little.
But then hearing the I mean, it was a little while ago now, so maybe things could have changed. And if they are releasing it, maybe they will shop it around. But the creator seemed pretty resigned to it, I guess.
I think he felt
And
defeated. It's
and
probably
pretty
more the
yeah.
point.
But it sounded like he was ready to put it to bed and move on to new projects.
Yeah,
That's more and if it was still tied up legally at Netflix, I can understand wanting to just chop it off if you
yeah,
can't
bail.
and just focus on the future. I get that. So we could get something, but I don't know if we should hold our breath.
No. Getting back to where we were.
Final Space is so good. I'm sorry I cut you off.
It is. No. I'm the one who brought it up. That was my fault. But getting back to Scott Pilgrim, it's such an amazing ode to creativity and the flexibility that can be given to a creator and a series of creators to do something amazing.
Yeah. Like they brought in Brian Lee O'Malley did the script along with someone else who I can't actually remember right now. They had Edgar Wright on as a producer, who was the director for the original movie.
Edgar
Um,
Wrong,
they and then they had him in as
film director in the movie.
yeah. And then they had Simon Pegg and Nick Frost come in and do a cameo as well.
Yeah, they had the full cast come back in.
Yeah, they had so
You know,
everyone from the movie came back to reprise their role. Um,
it was great.
so there was a few things. So I, after consuming it a couple of times, went down the rabbit hole on YouTube and watched a few videos and stuff. There is still a lot of content that could be reused, recycled
Expanded on.
in and used as a season 2, which was teased at the end of this season. There were a few characters that were omitted that people would like to see come into the animated series.
It was a long running series. It
Yeah,
lasted
yeah.
for many years, and you can't get away with that in what 10 episodes, 12 episodes. So
8.
it would not surprise me if they picked that up after doing Dan to Dan and did another season.
Yeah.
That would be fun. But I feel like, and I will be honest, and this is my only criticism with the whole series. They need to recast the cast.
You mean the voice actors?
Yes.
Yeah,
Love
it
every
was
one of the
peaks and
actors.
valleys, right?
Okay. So all of these actors, I love all the films that they do, and they're brilliant
Honestly,
actors.
why didn't they just get them in to do some voice coaching?
Yeah, this is the thing is VA
Like
work is so vastly different to just general acting. There was so many times when I was watching the animated stuff and I'm like, you're just sitting in a room reading a line. You're not expressing, you're not giving me any emotion. The animation has got all this emotion behind it. And then the voice acting is like, yeah, about that.
like, don't get me wrong, I don't think it was
No,
terrible. But there were definitely some standouts.
Yeah, there were some moments where I'm just like, oh my god, it just didn't feel right.
I think at the start, what's his friggin' name? The one of the Chris's.
Yes, I know the one.
Evans, Chris
Chris
Evans.
yeah.
He felt a little not robotic, but dry.
Yeah. And
But
this is
towards the end,
he's giving more energy and
a
more
lot.
oomph. And I
Yeah.
feel like he's one of those actors that would have been like down for this. He would have been,
Oh, yeah.
if you said you need to
Oh.
go into training, you need to give everything you can into this role, he would have done that. And I feel like he would have done that definitely. I think I don't know about
Envy Adams, so Brie Larson was
Brie Larson's.
a bit hit and miss sometimes as well.
Yeah.
But
Anytime that it
it kind
required
of
the characters to express more is where it sort of fell over.
actually, who did? Surely Michael Sarah didn't do
Yeah.
Old Scott, did he?
Yeah, it would have. Surely enough.
Because if that's the case, he's probably
He did pretty
standout.
Yeah. Surely enough he would have though.
I don't know. I'm trying to like think about it in my head, but like seemed pretty distinctly different. I think. Oh man.
Oh, why did it? Oh, it gave me vibes.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
gave me vibes of the
that's really
dad from
cool.
Gumball.
All right.
I don't know
So
if you watched Gumball, but the dad from that. That's the VA
not
sort of
enough.
work. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Was
always
it a
wanted to
different
watch
actor?
more Gumball, but I haven't gotten around to it. Yeah, so there was 3 different voice actors. So normal Scott Pilgrim is Michael Cera. Teenage Scott Pilgrim is actually Finn Wolfhard from Stranger
Oh,
Things.
yeah, that name's familiar.
And Will Forte or Fort is old Scott and even older Scott.
That name's familiar.
Give me a sec.
No, I got it.
Oh, done a lot.
Yeah. Comedian actor from Saturday Night Live. Oh, he's MacGruber.
Yeah, he's done a lot of voice work as well.
Did you ever watch that MacGruber? That was
No.
spectacular. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs too.
He was Pissmaster in Rick and Morty. That's great.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So he's old Scott. I thought it must have been a different.
I knew the voice was different, but I just kind of thought, oh, maybe
Look,
Sarah put a bit of extra in it.
I like Michael Cera, but he's not that good.
Doesn't have the range for you, don't think?
No.
Yeah. I know who will. Now that I'm looking at the photos, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I know. I can recognize the voice now.
And we had Emily Haynes come back to do the singing for Envy Adams as well.
Yep.
Can't remember what's the Dan has it. I forgot what it's called, but anyway. Yeah, absolutely amazing cast. Even Weird Al came in.
Yeah.
As the yeah.
I feel like it was a good collection of people. Everybody was excited to be a part of the production. You know, it was one of those sort of environments where everybody just wanted to be there. By no means at any point in the while watching this did I feel like anybody was forced to be there.
Yeah.
You know,
Um,
I even feel like the cast would have gone. You don't even have to pay me. Just, I'm happy
well,
to turn
yeah,
up.
that was the thing. Like going into it, there was like videos coming out that they were all still in touch. It was probably their most um
Oh,
fondest memories of
the
like
email
working on
chain.
set. Yeah, the email chain. I was just like, damn, this is so cute.
It is
Um,
really fun to look back on it because they all sort of kept in contact with each other relatively well
mm,
throughout.
I still
So,
reckon working with Edgar Wright in like that early stage of his career would have been a lot of fun.
oh man, it would have been fantastic. It would have been so much energy everywhere.
Yeah. Ah,
Such a good movie.
like
Such.
looking back at the cast, it's crazy that they were all in one spot. And like
But at the
it
time,
was
they weren't
it,
all big
no,
things. You know,
and
they were
like
all starting out.
even like now, like it's considered a cult classic. Like I don't even know if it made back its budget. No, it didn't.
Oh, didn't it?
No, it made 49.3 million in the box office and cost
Ooh,
somewhere between the range of 60 to 85 million to make. So,
which isn't too bad considering you look at that movie. It does. It
oh
feels like
yeah.
more than that.
But
But yeah,
yeah,
it's good.
I mean,
Watch it.
it's called
It's,
classic though wise.
yeah,
So like that's just box office numbers. It would have by far made it back over the 13 years that it's been out.
yeah.
Math.
You had 20 in your head there
I
because of the
did
12.
from yeah,
Yeah,
all you need is
yeah,
kill. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry,
Uh,
I did that
sick.
thing.
Do you have anything else to chat about
Oh,
this week, or are we gonna wrap up?
Under Ninja and Three Dicks. Very quickly, I just want to mention I started watching a series called Under Ninja.
Forgot about on Ninja. I haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I'll talk
It's
about it
so
quickly. So it's a new
stupid.
series this season about ninjas. It's
Actually, hang
basically
on.
sorry.
Should
Okay.
we keep this as our replacement for Seven Spellblades?
No, because it's in a whole different league. If you'd like to talk about Seven Spellblades, we quickly can. This is, I feel like, yes, okay, we could replace it, but it's a good replacement, not a
I
bad
know, and I
replacement.
kind of feel like we need this.
Okay, we need a win.
Like I know it's been like the whole shtick is like
Yeah, we
we're
hate
watching
this
those
thing.
shit, but I don't
Uh,
know. I think we need to watch some good trash.
we can quickly talk about Spellblades
Good because it's
before we
it's
close
shit.
up because so
So media average. It's
it's so
so
mid.
painfully,
Like
so
everything is
painfully
so
mediocre.
mid. Anybody who thinks this is an exciting or fun or they're connected to it in some way, you guys, I don't know what
It,
your
dude,
fathers did to you, but
it's
just
my
let it
first
go.
anime. It falls into the same category as like Sword Art Online. It's great on your first viewing when you don't have a lot of
Oh,
like
you're not wrong when
um
you haven't
a
had any
lot of
experience.
knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah. And like surface level, it looks cool. It's got some really cool concepts going on, but at the end of the day, it can't tie any of them together, and it just shits the bed.
yeah, yeah. But my
Oh my
biggest
god, it's fantasy Sword Art Online.
no, it's not. It's not because there isn't a
Like
female protagonist that gets turned into some sort of babyish mental capacity
we're
type
only
of
on
character.
season 1, Logan.
I know, but the MC and the
We still
actually,
have
there's no real.
another.
Nothing is defined. There is literally nothing defined in this series. It is just so mid. Everything is so average.
It's pretty fucking painful to be honest.
At least with cheat skill, I had something to complain about. I had some reason to hate it, but this series is just so boring
Just
and
hurts.
predictable and and we know what it could have been versus what it is, and that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I think I actually hate it more than I hate cheat skill.
It's weird, right? Because
Cheat skill
cheat
had a
skill, it
there's like
was
this weird tang. And once I started tasting the tang, I'm just like, I actually don't mind the tang because I know what the tang is. And I can complain about the tang, but this has no, it's like eating
substance.
plain porridge. It's just, it gives me sustenance, but for no enjoyment. You know?
No. That's being too generous. It's just
I
eating
know.
dry oats. You've got no milk.
No milk.
All you've got
Right,
you've
yeah.
just got oats.
Oh.
Because yes, it's food, it's sustenance. It will nourish you, I guess, but it's painful and you're not going to enjoy any second of
And
it.
when you're passing that through, it's not going to be happy. It's coming out the other end.
And it could have been so good. You could have like cooked it with milk or cream and gave you like honey and shit. But I'm doubling
Add
down
some
on this
fruits
metaphor.
and maybe even some nuts in there, and you just like,
It
or you could have gone the whole chocolate flavor, and you just got to
and
throw some
actually
Nutella in
cook
there.
it.
Yeah, and cook it as well. You're right. It's unbaked. It's at that point where it just wasn't produced for the consumer.
It's like it's almost there.
Yeah.
It's almost there, and I think that's what's so frustrating about it is that it's almost there.
It's like if you invited guests over to your house and then you just put the ingredients on the bench and said, "Here's dinner."
It's like the laziest. It's the laziest hand job. Like so fucking lazy, you're not even hard at this point. But they're still talking it up like they've got some game.
Yeah,
and
well, at least I got a hand job.
you're like,
yeah,
it was so close.
Oh, it was horrible. And it's not even like, it's not even the horrible where I can tell people like, go watch it because it's so horrible that you'll love it. Because it's so stupid and ridiculous and unreasonable, and the production was horrible. No, the production on this was actually half decent, and the characters and the world that they were placed in was actually half decent. Where they shat the bed was in the storyline and the dialogue.
I feel like anything that falls between a 3 and a 5 out of 10 is just in this weird category where it's not shit enough to be considered so bad it's good, and it's not, actually good. It just sits in purgatory in between those two states, and it's just so
really,
meh.
really forgettable. Because as soon as I finish watching this, I'm just going to be like, out of my mind. I have enough trouble remembering what the name is from week to week to go and watch the episode.
All I remember is that it's 7 Spellblades, which is only half of the title, which fucking weirdly enough is not enough to bring it up like to the top of the list, even though nothing else that it shits me to tears, bro.
Even if you just type in 7, it just doesn't come up. Do you want the number 7 or do you want the word 7?
I literally type it into the search bar, hit search, hit Control F, and then type in Spellblades, and then it takes me like halfway down the page, and I'm like, cool, there it is. Like, what the fuck is wrong with your search system?
No, they just don't want you to
this
watch
title.
It because it's so meh. It's horrible. It truly is horrible. Proper horrible. We're almost done with it, aren't we? It's like one more episode to watch.
There's only one more episode.
I can't even explain what happened in the episode. There was a dragon. There was a lady that had some form of pheromone that attracted people.
Again,
there was
so half-baked. Really cool concepts, just fucking poorly executed. Oh, I'm getting mad.
This is the thing. It's making me super mad because I know what it could have been.
it
Oh,
somehow even like, and I hate comparing it to it because even it's not that great in retrospect. Even Harry Potter has some level of charm to it, even though it's like
there's
also
definition
quite
in the
generic.
characters.
Is there
Is what
though?
it is. It is. It's because there's the Irish guy and there's the Chinese girl and there's the
Yeah,
white kids and there's you know what I
there's the
mean.
poor guy.
There's some
There's the
segregation
girl.
going on. Anyway,
Like
but whereas this is
it's doing the
everybody's the
same thing
same.
though.
No, everybody's the same. It's just like you're all the same. You're all wearing the same uniform. You all cast the same spells. They missed the edgy mark. There was a point where when he killed the teacher, they missed the edgy sort of turn off, and they just kept going with the meh.
Yeah.
They could have definitely gone down that hard line. This is, him trying to kill all the teachers in the school.
Like real
And
eminence of shadows.
yeah, a lot darker, but they just lost it. They just missed it, and they just went for that real gooey crap.
Just poop the bed.
Here's something that hasn't gone to the gooey crap. It's gone straight for the edgy, violent, angry scenario.
That's right. So just remember, if you do want to snag yourself one of these free posters, to jump on over and back the Kickstarter. You've only got 25 hours left to go. We have already reached our budget, but every extra dollar helps, especially with the price of postage going up and up and up and up and up and up.
Not just that, but you get something that is exciting and new, something that's different, something that is
produce
very
the arts.
Australian. I am. I'm making pictures and they're pretty.
And they're paying for the pictures.
Yeah, that's nice too. But the fact is primarily my heart's in it. I'm producing something that's definitely going to be very different to what most people have been experiencing comics most of these days.
Yeah.
I don't follow particular guidelines or designs or any of that sort of stuff. I'm not influenced by particular artists or any of that sort of business. I'm looking to make my own mark in my design work. So, if you wanted something that's definitely different to what you normally read, that's where we're at. Plus, if you love 90s style slasher environments, you love horror, you love a little bit of retro sensation going on, yeah, this is it.
So jump on over, help us get our last out the day. Oh my god, my brain. I think I just had a stroke. Oh my god. I went down just so many different paths then.
That sentence didn't make a sense at all.
I know. You know when they do the whole like flow charts, if this, then this, my brain just did that, and I'm just like sitting there.
All 15 flow charts at the same time.
And I'm just like, ah. Fuck. All right, we definitely need to end this episode. Thanks for doing all of the stuff, liking, commenting, subscribing, ringing the little bell, helping us do all the YouTube whoring stuff.
Yeah, or just listening to us in general as we rant on and talk about all this wonderful stuff in that chat. Nikki, more cats. Love cats, don't you, Nikki?
We'll be back next week at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. This has been episode 73 of Read This Way. I've been Brad.
I've been Logan.
And we'll see you next week.